And what do you expect the Queen of Pain to be building into? Is it just gonna be a similar build? You know, get like Sanjin Kaya out, get like Aghanim's
The
BKB,
Witchblade.
yeah, Witchblades, like those kind of items. You're like no real change from what we usually see in the mid Queen build.
I don't know if she'll go for the Aghanims. Usually when we see them focus a little bit more on right click, I've seen like we see a lot of Assault Cuirass on her,
Yeah.
just to maximize that with the Witchblade, with the BKB, and that's like the usual build I've seen on it. Then you can go for something else, but depending on how the game is going. But it's rare, right? So it's not something that we see very often. As like Asta has a bug, and I'll be excited to see how they're gonna play with this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain and Shadow Demon in the bottom. No, sorry, in the Nyx Assassin in the bottom lane. So a decent amount of power in that lane here against the Death Prophet as well as Tusk. A little dangerous for our Shadow Demon if he's out of position. You know, you could just get rolled over with the Tusk. And at the same time, Hokori, they're a bit durable though, so slightly harder for TNC to get those kills.
Yeah, and we are going to be seeing what they can do here as well. I'm looking at this. I'm leaning more
Hmm.
in favor of Hokori. I
All
think,
right.
just like you say, just because there's the snowball to come through Tusk, really nice.
Mm.
And if this game does go long, you've got the Lina and the Templar Assassin. It's just going to be melting through heroes. Lina quite literally melting through heroes. As oh no, Queen of Pain can't move. It's not good for Asta.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh
it, it,
yeah,
it might be good for Asta because it means that he can't be ganked. He can't be killed off.
it is. That's true. That's true. He is unkillable inside the fountain, but you might need him to do more than be unkillable. You know, they're like Asta. We kind of need you to hit the enemy. I don't know. It's a little bit of a tough one here. Do I want? Hokori's been playing very slow, and this lineup, I mean, it's got some oomph to it. You
Yeah.
know, the Death Prophet's the ultimate, but that's got some long cooldown. You know, Lina as well takes. Actually, Lina's pretty active. Honestly, the ultimate's really not that long of cooldown. Ahmed's mostly a save. His ultimate's long. Tusk is also is very active. Mm, I don't know. I'm having a hard time. You know what? I'm gonna go with Hokori. I hate Nyx Assassin. I hate Nyx Assassin, and that's yeah. I hate Nyx Assassin, so I'm gonna go with Hokori. And it looks like we are gonna be having to make a remake here, guys.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue, so we are going to be going right back into the break screen here so we can get ourselves into that remake. Going to be about 2 minutes, guys. We'll do this quickly as possible. Get into an all-pick lobby, and we'll see you in a few. But for now, we will be flicking back to the break screen while we just get ourselves set up in the new lobby. Okay, we're back. We get ourselves into this. Yeah, everyone's just doing their all pick things. So we get ourselves set up to hopefully be a bug-free, delay-free game here in game number 1, and the rest of the series and the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's hopefully hoping for that as well. By the way, they have a Nyx assassin against Alina. That's pretty good for TNC. You know that mana burn does really stack up. And today I realized something very important. I was playing Doom. And I had that mana creep, the one that gives you 2 mana aura, and they changed the spell. You know, it used to do 100 mana burn. Now it does 20 times plus 2 times the enemy intelligence.
Yeah.
I used it on an enemy invoker and did like 400 damage. So I was like, oh shit, this spell is amazing now. Like it really scales into late game. It is mana burn as well. So that was kind of massive. And he was ethereal bladed at the time, so he took like something like 600 damage. And I was shocked because I was like, oh crap, I had no idea. Because when I saw it at the beginning, I was like, oh, now it's much weaker late game. Then it takes the brain a few days to catch up and be like, oh, right, it's so much better in the late game now. Against like a Medusa, against like a Lina in this game. So Nyx Assassin, we've seen the late game Lina. She tends to be pretty dangerous. I expect Analog's going to go for the right click. It always seems a little bit safer. But you are up against this Nyx. There is going to be a huge amount of damage coming out just from the Nyx on 4 Analog.
Yeah, and we did see it. I mean, we saw it the other day up against the Nyx Assassin. It looks like it's going to be the Shadow Demon 4 here, not the Nyx Assassin. But we did see the Nyx in the offlane up against the TA, just constantly mana burning her down. And the TA couldn't get any refraction charges. She just never had the mana to get the refraction up.
Well, intelligence multiplier, I think it used to be 3.5 at level 1. Now it's 2.3.
Yeah.
Still ends up at the same level, but man, it really got a lot worse at level 1. It's kind of crazy to see. Well, in the meantime, though, Mavis thinks about throwing the stun, doesn't get it. In the end, it's going to be 2 for 2 in terms of bounty runs, so nothing crazy. And so top lane is going to be Bach, as well as Carlo, Shadow Demon, and the Undying against Lumiere as well as oh, interesting. They're putting the Tusk top and putting Gardic in the bottom lane instead. They really want to make sure they can deal with this Shadow Strike coming out from the Quap. Since you cannot remove Shadow Poison from Shadow Demon, it's not really as worth it to put Gardic up there. So they're like, all right, well, might as well make him go to the lane. He does the best value. We get the best value out of this Omni Knight.
Double Impale comes out from Mavis here straight away. They're going to be throwing that hop on him now as well. Mavis, can he just walk himself away from this? Because he's going to be taking a lot of harass. And Vitali, what's he going to go for? It's going to be the Crypt Swarm level 1, not that Spirit Siphon. But Mavis does move out of range. Asta taking a lot of damage there as well. Gardic, he's taking a few shots, but again, he's got the Hammer of Purity to come out. So the movement slow is going to be quite nice against Mavis, just to chase down. You'll get on top of him with the Spirit Siphon at level 2 for the Death Prophet as well. It's a lot of harass, and you can see this lane already for TNC. It's not going well. They are using a lot of regen to keep themselves sustained in this lane. Queen of Pain at least has that range attack to stay mostly out of danger.
Oh, looks like they might be going. Are they going to try for more? No, just tonight. The Hammer of Purity nerf for Omni Knight has definitely weakened his laning presence. From 10 seconds to 16-second cooldown. The damage has been receiving a lot of buffs, and the mana cost has also been reduced significantly compared to before. But yeah, this cooldown nerf was very painful. Still, he's doing a good job of just harassing Mavis, who was having to chew through quite a lot of tangos and still only has about a third of his health.
Yeah, and he did get, I mean, the Nyx Assassin using the 2 tangos, he's got the salve there as well to keep himself up. But like you say, every time he comes in, he's going to be going for that mana burn level 2. The Spirit Siphon comes out. Are they going to be able to get the damage onto Mavis? The Hammer of Purity. Hokori does get the kill. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Ice Shards comes through, and Carlo then will still be able to get the kill onto Theo.
I love this combination. They throw the tombstone, then immediately disrupt someone. So by the time they come back, they should be the second zombie. You don't want to disrupt then throw it. So it's very good combination here by TNC on this Undying plus Shadow Demon. But First Blood still goes to Hokori, so they're gonna be very happy with that. Gardic gets the kill. You don't really want your position 5 to get any kills, but I suppose somebody has to. And he wants to go for that Arcane Boot, which. Omni Knight, he's one of what I call a mana guzzler.
Yeah.
He just goes through his mana like 2 seconds if he gets all his spells out. So that'll be very helpful for him. Saving that second skill point, not putting it in anything, I think he's waiting to see if Asta ever takes a point in the Shadow Strike.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is sensible. I mean, Vitaly can keep himself sustained as well. He just needs the mana, but more than likely can keep himself sustained with the Spirit Siphon, so doesn't need to pick up a point into the Repel. You know, you could, excuse me, the Purification Repel. Go, that's going back. Yeah, the Purification, actually does throw it out, and maybe it's going to be taking a lot of damage, so he's going to be using this offensively here, it looks like. 8 seconds, and... yeah, so actually goes for level 3, 2 points into the Purification. So just a massive splash of damage there to come out as soon as that level 3 comes out here for the Omni Knight. But like you say, he is burning through a lot of mana. Mavis is going to be here now as well. Throwing the mana burn onto Vitaly. Mavis, can he get himself back? It's going to be a really nice Purification coming out. Mavis is just being forced back every single time. Asta having to use that blink away there as well. And yeah, like you say, Queen of Pain knows that Gardic will be able to get rid of, with the Heavenly Grace, gets rid of the Shadow Strike here. So he is just holding the points, but he's gone for the 2 points into the Scream here, and no points into that Shadow Strike.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm just probably not gonna put in much points. Maybe one later on because the slow is still pretty solid. At least maybe 1 or 2 points because the slow almost doubles at level 2. But overall, Asta's feeling like, yeah, there's no point. Just go for max damage. Level 4 though. You want 2 points in blink? We'll find out. Meanwhile, mid, Krish is suffering against Analog a little bit, but this is kind of typical. Invoker takes some time to get going, you know, and he's going for the Quaswix, so it's a lot of control for him and the team, but the laning, you know, you don't have as much damage from the exhort as you'd like. And Lina, you know, she has a nice attack animation. She's getting that harass off with the Dragon Slave. Krish is going to go for the Hand of Midas, so like we talked about this, they do think the TNC, they think like, okay, we are going to go late game here, so might as well just, you know, itemize for that. Not really interested in that Spirit Vessel.
No, I was just watching Theo on the top lane there as well be chased down by Carlo. Carlo putting out 5 Shadow Poisons, so Theo going to be forced to pop that salve, get himself back to a decent amount of health. Only just survived it, you know, a couple more right clicks, maybe another Shadow Poison on top would have been the kill potential for Carlo, but he was at 5 there, Theo. So, got the distance away, and Shadow Demon didn't feel like chasing on any further. And but it does force him to use the regen. So, Theo, yeah, that early on, he's got no regen left. And this lane, you know, when you're throwing out Shadow Poison, you're throwing out Decays, regen is something you desperately, desperately need here in this top lane.
At the same time, they're pretty happy with Hokori. They actually have a nice stack here that Lumiere's just taken. He already cleared out one of the camps. So, even though, like you said, they are going through this region, they are going through a very harassed heavy lane with Decays and Shadow Poison, they're still getting some decent farm. I mean, Lumiere is number 1 in terms of CS by a lot. Although, to be fair, some of it is jungle creeps, so not quite the same value, but still a lot of value there.
Is that it? There's a Sentry Ward there as well. Oh, for the side of Hokori, just down in this bottom lane. So, I don't know, we're flicking around at the top lane though. Actually, Carlo is going to be trapped into these ice shards, but the neutral creeps are they going to be doing a favor here? Carlo is going to turn, go throw Shadow Poison down to Theo. Theo, he's seeing the double stack disruption is going to be coming out now as well, and he might be able to stack even more onto this. Theo's just going to go for the TP away, and it's not going to be enough damage to get the kill here from Carlo. TP away, Theo just has to go all the way back to Fountain though, which is going to delay him from trying to disrupt onto Carlos. I mean, the Carlo's getting these stacks off, and it looks like Box getting the run of this top lane here as well.
Yeah, he's already got the Soul Ring, and he looks like he's gonna go for Phase Boots. He is queuing up the Oblivion, sorry, the Quarterstaff, which means he's probably gonna go for the Oblivion Staff into the Echo Saber, like we talked about. Bottom lane, Asta, he is getting really harassed by Vitaly as well as Gardic. Vitaly needs to be a little bit careful that Heavenly is gonna time out.
Say Mavis though, he doesn't have the mana, he's not going to be able to get the Impale now as well. Gardic could be taking some tower shots as well as Vitaly. Now the Impale comes out, is this going to be enough to get the kill with the Blink forward? They're going to be able to take down the Omni Knight. Vitaly with the Spirit Siphon onto Mavis, the Spike Carapace comes out, keeps Vitaly down, but he still gets the kill. And now Vitaly, he's running himself away from this Asta. Does he have the damage? He's going to be breaking some ankles though here, Vitaly. Queen of Pain gets that Blink forward, doesn't have the mana for the Scream. Nothing on the stick there either to get the mana back, and it looks like Vitaly will be able to get out of dodge with 160 health. What level is that Scream there as well? 3. So it might have just been enough with another right click to get the kill onto the Death Prophet, but Gardic going to be able to come back down. Salve going to be consumed here by Vitaly as well. And Asta, you have to be so careful, man.
The thing is, Vitaly also has those infused raindrops, so it really does diminish a lot of the damage coming out from the Scream of Pain. Gardic needs to be a little careful. He just lost his life, and both those kills went to the cores. You know, Vitaly as well as Asta, so they're at least happy sacrificing their position 5s. Lumiere starting to really go pull ahead though in terms of CS, 50% higher than the nearest competitor. So he is just getting like absolute free farm. He's very happy. Where's he in the net worth? Yeah, he's 700 gold more than the nearest competitor. Meanwhile, top lane, Theo.
The ice shards do get dropped though, so it looks like Bok not going to be able to chase on with the flesh golem. That one lone zombie chasing down the Tusk, but yeah. So Bok, does he want to go any further? He can carry on through it because he's got 3 stacks, 3 points into the decay, and it looks like he might want to chase down onto Theo. Theo's just trying to run himself away from this.
Oh, he's so fast.
He's going to be fast with those regen boots. Yeah, 375 versus the 375 of the Undying, but the Undying
lane, Mavis
is only going to be the level 1 boots here as Mavis does go down. Analog picks up the kill. Oh, Tornado comes through the critical. What can he do? There's not going to be any mana left on Analog, so the mana burn not going to be super effective here now as well. Kylo going to be chasing out with the Shadow Poison, and Analog takes 2 stacks of that.
He's going to be fine. But the thing is, Bok really needs to get that 1 punch on Theo because that 1 punch gives you, what, 20% slow? Or no, it's a 40% slow, which is absolutely insane. He would have been able to get that kill. But in the meantime, Hokori, they are playing a little bit faster. They are going for that tower bot lane. They just use the exorcism, saying, well, you know, what the hell are we waiting for? They're 3k ahead. This is the what happens when you have a TI team in a tournament. You know, they are playing really well. Not saving strats today.
No, they're playing. I mean, again, the Omni Knight's one of those heroes that we don't usually see in this event. We've not really seen him pulled out. Hokori just pulling out of the bag and looking so confident with this, as well as the Tusk here as well.
They still that he is always low on the mana though. Those arcane boots cannot come soon enough, and he still needs about like 450 gold. Poor guy, even with the tower. But Invoker, where is he on the Hand of Midas? Still, he actually went back for the urn. He does have the urn on him, but still wants the Hand of Midas. All right, we haven't seen Krish do too much. It is the first 10 minutes of the game only though, so, and he is Invoker. Not, you know, he can make space if he wants to, but he seems pretty content to just sort of stay in the mid lane, get his farm up as much as he can.
Yeah, not even like you say, not even running the exort. So it's not going to be like that aggressive Sunstrike Invoker coming out here for the start of TNC. It is really going to be the utility, the control coming out from Critch.
And to be fair, it's not like a game where it doesn't have like setup. You know, you are with Shadow Demon. It's really easy to land the Sunstrike with the Shadow Demon. So it's a very conscious choice by him to be like, nope, I just want to go for as much control as possible. He will have a good amount of impact early team fights, but he's not going to be. He's going to be looking at other heroes to do most of the damage.
Yeah.
And speaking of Bok, it looks like the Oblivion staff is finished. Still waiting for those phase boosts to come out, and I am excited to see if he's going to go for that Echo Saber. It is a pretty powerful build with the Aghanim Shard. You know, you have a really solid timing at that 15-20 minutes mark, where you're just, you know, your ultimate seems always ready, and you have all these extra stats. Top lane, Vitaly, TPs may regret that very soon, though. Yeah,
he's going to try and turn this around, though. The destruction actually come through onto the Undying after the Flesh Golem comes out. Mavis will be there. There's going to be a Impale, and now there's the Vitaly's out of mana. And look at these zombies with the Flesh Golem just trying to bash down on Vitaly now as well. But there is going to be the Purification coming through. Sonic Wave, they finally get the kill. They're even going to be able to take down the Omni Knight now as well. Snowball is going to be able to keep him alive through this. Box just hitting onto the tower. Theo, he did a little bit of delay, but he will still go down there. And yeah, 4-man rotation, 5-man rotation coming out from TNC, grouping up around this, and Bok with it, like you say, with that TP from Vitaly. Not sure where everyone else was, but they committed to the kill, and TNC able to take that fight underneath the tier 1 tower.
They smoked top here for TNC. They were able to get what they needed. 4 urn charges, by the way, on Krish, so he's going to be able to be very active with that. And that tombstone was such a bait. Hokori was like, all right, let's kill it. They attack, then he just heals them, and they attack again. It's like, they aren't able to get it. Sonic Wave also pushed them a little bit, so it's just really well played by TNC, recognizing, yeah, we can take a fight. They are playing around this and around box timing.
Oh, they might be able to get another kill. Analog is going to be able to get himself away from this one. The Heavenly Grace as well as that Purification does come through. Oh, Theo though. Mavis, Snowball, the LSA does connect. Can he take down this next assassin? Do they have the Laguna Blade? It's going to be thrown out. They get the kill onto Mavis now as well. Analog, he's going to try and go for that TP. Anything to disrupt the damage. That's going to be enough to disrupt. They take him down. And it's going to be a mid lane for a position 5. Great trade there for TNC. And TNC, they look like they're online now. They've got their ultimates up. They want to fight. You know, they want to be moving around. They got those quick 6s, those quick levels. And this is just go time here for the side of TNC.
Yeah, but check out Lumiere's farm. He is 2,300 gold ahead of Asta. He is
Hmm.
farming up a storm. TNC, they're going fast, which is what their lineup is really good at. But Hokori, they're playing their lineup as well. They're saying, yeah, we're okay with this. You know, we're just gonna make sure we get our farmer on Lumiere. We know he's gonna be. He already has the Desolator coming out for him, so he's just gonna be able to like one shot those creep camps. They're I'm not sure if I can say they're okay with this, but their game plan is going the way they want. One person who's also really benefiting is Carlo. He is like double the net worth of the sports of Hokori. I say double, but you know he's very high compared to them.
Yeah, I mean, he
For someone,
is double the net worth of the Omni Knight, so yeah, no, that's accurate. It is accurate. And he's got the Aether Lens coming up now as well. So
as
swaps out the mana boots, you know, disassembles those, gets that Aether Lens up.
well, yeah, he's gonna be able to use his spell. By the way, one thing I want to go back to is that he's not the only one who's got dispel against the Omni Knight. The tornado from Invoker also dispels, so you can remove Heavenly Grace as well as Guardian Angel, which is a major problem because like you're almost always gonna be hitting at least one or two people with that. Oh, top lane, Bach.
He actually turns around, Flash Golem. Is Carlo close? He is going to be able to get the disruption off. There's going to be a lot of TPs coming in as well. Critch is going to be here, so they're going to be able to go onto Theo and the disruption now as well onto Vitali. If they want to chase Tornado, it doesn't connect. They might be able to chase down, but Vitali's really fast and the trap gets popped, so Critch is going to be slowed down. Can't catch up the Critch though. Going for... He's already got the Hand of Midas out, so he's going to go back for those Boots of Travel.
Bottom lane, Mavis loses his life. Great slows coming out from Gardic. And, yep, it's the Echo Saber's finished on Bach. I imagine he's going to want the shard once it's available. No, he might go just straight for the BKB. Okay, so interesting. Usually you want to combine the Echo Saber with the shard to get that double benefit out. But BKB is really good in this game. You know, there's a lot of control you do not want to deal with.
Yeah. And
What's Analog going for? As a boost of travel, gonna go for the BKB himself, so he's also just interested to be anywhere on the map. You know, if someone's fighting, I want to be there.
yeah, and this is the build that you usually see from Alina. You know, it's going to be the BKB, usually then into either a Daedalus or a Silver Edge to come out next. Then you maybe start to consider the Aghanims after that, which, newer edition. But yeah, no, this is more along the lines of the Lina build that I'm used to seeing, where I think a couple of times in this event we have seen like an Aghanims rush that's just not paid off.
Yeah, it feels like that's such an outdated way to play Lina as a spellcaster. You know, it seems like her spells are just to get her a couple of kills in the first 20 minutes, then she just transitions to right clicker. Big smoke by TNC, but Hokori, they feel it. They feel like there's something going here. Gardic might lose his life, but it would be well worth it if he saves Lumiere here. Oh, they know Gardic. He needs to die for his core. He needs to do it, Gardic.
Oh, the tornado, it comes out, the EMP, they're going to be able to lock down onto Lumia now as well, and like you say, there is going to be the Demonic Purge if they want to go on, so the Meteor does get dropped, and it looks like they're going to be able to take down Lumia, has no mana left now, the Heavenly Grace, as well as that, excuse me, I think they'll be able to go into Analog. And look, he's going to be pushed back now as well by the Deafening Blast, but he does get an LSA. Dive forward, Asta pushing him back with the Sonic Wave. There's going to be an Ice Pack drop now as well. Asta, though, can he get himself out of danger? That Blink will be coming up. He's going to be silenced off. The damage from the Spirit Siphon, the Exorcism, Asta's going to go down. And now the chase through Gardic. Again, the Heavenly Grace is going to be used. He's already used the Guardian Angel as well. So it comes out on the Critch. Critch, can he get himself away from this? Ice Shards are going to block his path out, the right click, but there's going to be the disruption coming through from the Shadow Demon. Tornado connects onto all three. Analog's going to try and dodge it. Walrus Punch comes through, and Analog will get the kill. It's a really good turnaround. Even though they lost Lumiere here, they do pick up 2 cores on the side of Hokori.
That looked like it was going to go so well for TNC. Just like you said, Lumiere just disappeared, and I was surprised, but the Hokori was like, no, let's just fight. Let's just go for it. Tombstone, they fought pretty far from it. Even though the zombies were spawning, Hokori were just moved out of it. They were able to take the fight near their own tower, where the Tombstone wasn't going to have the same effect. And Bach was mostly ignored. They were like, "Oh, he's very tanky. Leave him alone. You know, let's just ignore him." And that worked out pretty well for them. So Hokori coming out very much on top in that fight.
Yeah, and they might even... take a look at the fight recap there as well. What's the swing? It's still a little bit of gold earned on the side of TNC, obviously, because he did get the kill to Lumiere, top net worth, so that is always going to be bonus gold. The XP, though, it's going to be nearly double, and they're going to be able to get the kill onto Bach here. Bach, can he get himself away? One more right-click coming through from the Lina, just attacking so quickly with a full 7 Fiery Soul stacks, just takes down the Undying.
Yep, and this is what, you know, they're starting to take over the map on Hokori's side. It's the Invoker does have that Hand of Midas, but it's a tough game to use it in. You know, even though you have a couple of dispels on your side, you throw the Spirit Vessel, and Omnight uses Heavenly Grace. Like, yeah, okay, you can still dispel that, but you waste so much of your Spirit Vessel's value. It doesn't feel great to have that item in this game at all.
Oh,
Gardic?
did he see him?
Oh, they
Because the
spot me.
smoke
They
breaks,
spot
yeah,
him.
there's a sentry down, and the Vendetta form, he's going to be walking into that sentry range now as well. Gardic, he's dodged off the Impale, but there is going to be the Demonic Purge to slow him down. Spike Paracris comes out, Gardic's not actually going to be able to throw out any spells now as well. EMP, Lemire is going to be chasing right forward, Disruption comes out though from Carlo, slowing him down. Gardic's going to be still alive, the Tombstone will be dropped. Can he go even further onto this? Trap gets dropped, but it doesn't get popped. And it looks like everyone's just going to disengage after Mavis goes down.
Asta? Does he want to go for Analog? He looks like he's chasing him. He is invis. He finds him. Are they going to go for it? He has to be careful. There's a BKB on Analog, although most of... And looks like Asta decides, nope, it's not worth it. Looks like Analog was next to a ward, and Asta wanted that kill, but you can't go for it. At the same time, check out this is another thing that might be a problem for Hokori. Krish, when he uses his mana burn... Oh, mid lane.
The Disruption comes out though, Queen of Pain, Theo, it was a snowball in, it might put him in danger. Sunstrike was to be using, Carlo does get the kill there. Asta moving himself over with the Invis rune, so he got the blink on, but Vitaly with the quick fingers drops the silence onto the Queen of Pain, which means that the Queen can't commit, and Vitaly just walks himself away.
They have vision here, Hokori, if they want to take this fight, and they see what's going on. They get the D ward off, and Mavis, he just thought around if maybe a bit too long.
Yeah, he was trying to D-ward, but like you said, he already had the vision, so he did get the Observer, but it cost him his life, and the Laguna being committed there from Alina. I mean, what, it's a 60-second cooldown at level 2? So yeah, no issues committing that, and then it'll be up in the next team fight, whenever the next team fight kicks off.
Oh, one thing I want to go about is that because BKB now has a mana cost of 50, going this full Quas Wix build is pretty solid on Invoker because you do burn an insane amount of mana with the EMP. And we saw in that last fight, Analog actually didn't have enough mana to BKB, not in the when Asta was chasing him. So that is something that you gotta be a little bit worried about on Hokori's side. Another thing is that it's not like he's the only guy who has mana burn. There's also an Assassin, who, yeah, it's level 1, but eventually there are gonna be more points than that. So this BKB mana cost nerf in most games doesn't make much of a difference, but in this game in particular against 2 mana burners, you might be worried about it.
Yeah, Vitaly, he's going to be going towards his own BKB. I think he's got it flying out on the courier now. Yeah, going to be coming out. So he's going to have his... I think that's all 3 cores building towards the BKB. Yeah, Hokori, Templar Assassin, Limia, he's going to be close to his as well. I don't know what he wants to be going for next, so on the Templar Assassin. Do you think... Because he's already got that Blink Dagger. What is it that he wants to go for after the BKB?
We could go for crit, right? Tadus is always pretty solid damage if you want to go for it. Nothing wrong with that. So I imagine you just want to get more right click. The thing is, he doesn't really need right click so much in this game compared to other games because you already have the Lina doing so much damage. So Lumia can really go for whatever he wants. But we just see usually TA maximize the damage. Meanwhile, top lane they found Mavis with the dust, but looks like Mavis is just gonna walk away.
Yeah,
they get the D ward off though.
Hokori have to be careful here. The Impale comes out, doesn't land. That's 750. That fit plus 50 still not enough here for that Impale to be effective in that particular instance.
I mean, we've said that spell it really doesn't feel like. I mean, unless 750 is really short. You know how we're both men. We know how hard it is to judge length in these things. So 750 that doesn't feel like much. Hokori, they have a great lineup for taking Roshan if they ever win a fight. That's something TNC. We've seen them twice try to ward the area. One time they put the ward on the cliff that's near the mid lane, and they put a ward that's closer to the top lane. And both cliffs wards got de-warded. So TNC, they are worried about this Rosh potential. They want Hokori to have vision of the area and control it.
Yeah, Lina already has that Shadow Blade now as well. So it looks like it might be that Silver Edge to come out for Analog. And that's going to be really nice just for the extra crit damage, they engage coming through from the Lina. Like, so this is the usual build that I'm used to seeing for Linas. Yeah. So, yeah, not going to be too far off the full Silver Edge. It's
a ton of right click, right? Like, that's the way you want to play with Lina. And you have so much attack speed that just more damage is always really good. Hokori, they walk in, they realize, there's a Force Spirit, so we can't actually sneak this Rosh like we want. And Mavis breaks the smoke, decides to run away immediately. Hokori pings it out, but do they have enough chase? Maybe. Oh, he's caught the snowball, but are they gonna go for it?
Yeah, he walks himself back into actually. Spike Carapace is going to be coming out now as well. They get the reveal. The snowball's going to be coming in. Walrus Punch. Disruption. Does that save his life? Dragon Slave was used, but Mavis, he's going to be able to turn around with the 2-man impale. There's going to be an LSA, but it doesn't actually do anything to Bok because Bok had that BKB up, and Lumia's going to try and do the right click damage where he can. Aster on the backlines there as well. Lumia going to be trading hits. Lumia is out of mana. Used that BKB already, so it looks like Hokori just going to take that tier 1 back themselves away. With the Exorcism up, though, maybe they move themselves into the pit with this, and it looks like that is going to be the idea. And I wonder if TNC, do they want to try and contest? Because, I mean, they do have the boots of travel here onto the crit, so he's going to be healing up. He could TP close to. He's actually going to be going towards the bottom lane, so not going to be able to contest onto this Rosh. And look at it, how quickly this goes down for Hokori.
Alright, Exorcism, the Deso on TA, so the minus armor is insane. I mean, like we say, it's a very strong Rosh lineup, and TNC was aware of it. They tried their best to sort of deter them by putting their own wards, but Hokori, they take a 5-mid and just they say, hey, they didn't kill anyone, but TNC was relatively low health, so they say, we'll just fight in Roshan. You guys aren't going to do anything to us. It's getting scarier and scarier for TNC. Hokori, only 74% chance. Okay, all right, that seems fair. All 3 of your cores are top of the net worth. Bog is starting to fall off a little bit on this. Oh, speaking of falling off, we might be losing Vitaly here.
Vitaly can get himself away. He drops the silence with the BKB. The Walrus Punch comes in now as well. They might be able to lock down Aster, but Aster's got his own BKB. The Snowball comes in. The Disruption going to be hitting onto the Invoker now, trying to keep him alive. Bok, he's in there. Theo's going to go down. A really nice Sonic Wave that hits onto 3 heroes. Mavis with the Spike Carapace, but Analog had that BKB up. Mavis going to get himself away from this. It's going to be 3 heroes dead on the side of TNC, only losing Theo here for the side of Hokori. And Analog, he's going to try and cut this wave as well, so they might be able to push onto the tier 2 on the bottom on the top lane.
It's very tough. I mean, TNC just lost all their cores and they got what, support? This is kind of going a little bit out of control. Of course, still has the Aegis, and how far are we on Exorcism? 30 seconds. So there's a chance they might say, you know what, let's just try and get a Rax. I mean, they might want to get a kill, a pick off on a core, or they might just force it if they want to. They are so powerful right now. TNC, their ability to withstand their damage is non-existent. Yeah, they've got this Undying who's got okay armor, he got Flesh Golem BK, but he just goes up and he melts. You know, it's too much damage for him to deal with.
And the Lena's going to be going for the AC next. Already got that Silver Edge out at 25 minutes. Looking at Lena's build, you know, this minus armor. So, like you say, they've got the BKBs. They're dodging off the magic damage for a little bit here, TNC. But the physical damage coming out from the side of Hokori, it's just absolutely unstoppable here. And yeah, TNC, like I say, just having a hard time to stand up to that. And once that AC comes out, even more attack speed for the Lena, you know, armor reduction on the side of TNC. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse here for TNC.
I mean, it's not like she's the only one who benefits, right? It's also the TA right there. So it's tough. And TNC, they're Undying. He wants to go for the shutdown. He actually has a Blink Dagger queued up. I wonder if he's really going to go Blink Dagger on Bok. You know, that seems a bit crazy. Mavis, hey, it looks like he's spotted. Takes a few hits, and he is going to lose his life. Now, he's not the only one, though. A solo kill on Krish. Yeah,
Krish goes down here. I didn't even see that one happening. Watching Mavis in the river, but yeah, Lena comes in and gets a really nice. It looks like he threw out the Laguna Blade there as well to commit the kill. If we take a look at the death summary, BKB wasn't used here for the Invoker. For some reason, the death summary isn't working, so we can't check that to see what the actual damage breakdown was here from the Lena.
For me, it says it's like half physical, half magical.
Oh, he's going to be able to get himself onto Bok now as well. The right clicks come through, doesn't even need that Laguna Blade. And I think he'll be able to get through. Aster, the right clicks, doesn't even get the blink away Analog. He just rips through all 3 cores once again. He can do it himself. He doesn't need his team. He's taken all of the cores down in about the space of 30 seconds.
Holy crap. Oh, TNC, I don't know if there's any way for them to come back here. Carlo, you know, we're talking about this support, like farming on the Shadow Demon. Okay, he's farmed, but everyone else on his team is suffering. The Invoker build was not accurate. It went too much, you know. You went for the Urn, then the Hand of Midas, and he's going for BKB. It's like, you don't really have much damage. Your spells are okay, but you're up against BKB targets. You're up against the Omni with heals and the save from the Tusk. And Hokori, there looks like they're just going to go for all tier 2s right now. Took the top, took the mid, and they are making a beeline for this bottom tier 2 as well. How is TNC going to be able to fight this? Aegis, 40 seconds. All right, so there is going to be a tiny bit of a chance here. They don't have to go through Lumiere twice. You know, that's a tall order. Maybe we can take a fight. Check out Analog. Check out Analog.
Oh, he's making a move for the Queen of Pain here now as well. The Silver Edge, the LSA. No,
Oh!
the blink. Oh, Asta. He didn't know it, but he gets, maybe the Spidey sense is tingling there. He gets that blink forward. The Asta dodges off the LSA. Scan behind him. He's just going to blink himself into the trees. Go for that TP away.
Wait.
But there is going to be the boots of travel here onto the Lina. So the Lina actually goes back to the fountain, I guess, because Lina, pretty mana-hungry hero with the spells to throw out. Even though, you know, the right-click damage is sky high, you still want that mana for your spells. So close to the AC now as well. It looks like sending the courier over to the side shop, and it's only going to be, what's that, about 300? 280 gold away from picking that up. Yeah.
I love how precise you are. Usually I've been like, it's 2 to 300. Yeah, it's which is true, but you're like, that's 280. It's 280, which is exactly how much this is. Oh, and by the way, I love the item that the neutral item Analog's got. He went for Dagger of Rispel. 40 damage for a hero that has so much attack speed is massive. Okay, they are able to find Theo. Lumiere jumps back in.
Are they
Two hits on Asta.
Yeah, Snowball's going to be onto Bok though. Bok, is he holding that BKB? He is. The Disruption's going to try and save him for a little bit. Sonic Wave comes through. Is he going to be doing enough damage now as well? Bok, he throws that BKB, but the right click's coming through. They're still going to connect. They still get the kill. And now Chris is going to be in trouble being chased down. But look at how quickly Analog goes. I don't even think he's committing the full attack animation. He's just going all the way through here. And Mavis gets deleted. 3 heroes dead on TNC once again. And now, oh, Analog's chasing. Did he get the vision onto Asta here? He has that Silver Edge. 2 seconds if he wants to carry on chasing. I think it might just be a coincidence. Or maybe you might see Asta on the cliff, TP. LSA is not going to be there in time. And Asta going to be able to get the TP away.
Yeah, it was on cooldown. So a little bit unlucky for Asta in that situation. But Analog, he is super happy with this game. Exorcism does time out. So their tower damage. I was gonna say the tower damage goes down a little bit, but you got Lumiere with a Deso.
Yeah.
You know, hitting for literally 300 damage here, and they just go there. Analog's not here, but he's on the way. There you go. Now he's here in the mid lane. It's like, listen, let's just split our forces. Taking 1 Rax at a time is too slow for us.
Yeah, look at this as well, and TNC don't know where to defend. They are going to be losing at least the range racks here now as well. Ice Shards comes out, and it looks like the melee rack's going to go down. Lumiere can take that, commits for that, and we'll be able to get that rax there too.
Goddess got that force staff, by the way, so you can push people away from the Nyx Assassin, from the Undying with the slow, so a little bit unfortunate. And Theo's got the blink tag, so he can just blink save people with a snowball. It's a lot for TNC now that they have to deal with, you know? It's like, how are they going to be able to take a fight? Who do they focus on?
Oh, the jump in Lumiere is going to be maybe to get Mavis. The disruption comes out. Bok wants to chase up now as well. Mavis, he's holding on to that spike carapace, but again, Lumiere has that BKB if he needs to use it. Bok pops his BKB early. The right click though, he's just going to be absolutely shredded through here. And Bok, he has to get himself around Mavis with the spike carapace. Walrus punch comes out. Just for the lockdown, Mavis can get himself away from this one. It looks like the snowball. Lumiere going to be able to get the kill onto Bok on the backlines. Chases on. Laguna Blade comes out. They're going to be able to take the stun. The silence onto the Queen of Pain. Gets that kill now as well. Shadow Demon GG's just going to be called. And Hokori absolutely running riot in this game.
The carry Queen of Pain really didn't work out the way they wanted to, and they were played very slow on the TNC side. I guess they wanted to play around Bach, but Krish going for that for the Hand of Midas meant that he just wasn't as active as you'd like him to be, and at the same time, Asta, you know, it's a Queen of Pain, so you have to snowball really well with this hero, or it's not worth picking as a carry because its scaling is decent, but it's not as good as another like hard carry. You know, I know we saw some of them banned, but there were still options available for them if they wanted to. So they were committed to this fast lineup. They realized, yeah, we're going to be losing this game, so cut their losses and go to game 2.
Yeah, look at that as well. The Queen of Pain, 12,000. Carlo did just a little bit under the Queen of Pain in terms of damage. And then you flick over to the side of Hokori. Hero damage, 21,000 on Analog. Lumia, 22,000. You know, it took both Carlo and Asta, who are the 2 highest damage heroes on the side of TNC, just to beat out Lumiere in terms of damage.
It's insane. I mean, it's crazy when your position 4 Shadow Demon has more damage than everyone else. Like even Bach on the Undying was only able to get to like 8,000. Just they weren't able to do the damage that they wanted on TNC, and that's why they couldn't run over the game. They need something with a little bit more aggression. It was an interesting idea. I liked Undying core, but they needed they need a little bit more impact from everyone else basically to win this game. Especially I feel like Krish, you needed something very fast paced, an Ember Spirit, or maybe the Quap. I thought it was the Quap mid at the beginning. I thought that would have fit their lineup a little bit better.
Yeah, but that is going to be game number 1, guys. We're going to be taking a quick break as we get ourselves ready for game number 2. It is a best of 3, so this time TNC, they have a chance to fight back and win the series, but Hokori, they are in the driving seat at the minute. So we are going to be taking a quick break, and we'll be back with the second game right after this.